We recorded. As soon as I asked, they jumped in. All right.
What's the word? What's the word?
Okay. Are we waiting for anybody?
We can give them like, I guess, give them like another minute, then we can get started.
Okay.
Well, no, we can get started. It's recorded, and whatever they missed, they can watch the recording.
All right. Queen of Ice, are you on Queen of Ice?
Yes,
Wanted
I'm
to do
on.
it. Okay, you can go ahead and do your introduction. We're
Oh
ready.
no, you go ahead. I put it in there already.
Oh, okay. So I believe she's referring to the chat, if I'm not mistaken. No. All right. So good morning, good evening, everybody. Sorry about that. Hope everybody's okay. First off, my name is Rosalind. I'm the executive assistant. We have Kyle, one of our perfectionists in there. We also have Water Ice Tea and Queen Ice and Cool Cups. And on behalf of the Water Ice Express team, we want to welcome you to our first distribution class that we're having. So,
From pilots to profit.
yes. So, I'd like to welcome you from Pilots to Profit, the distribution playbook. And I want to start by saying this clearly. Tonight is not about just learning about water ice. Tonight is about learning how to position yourself as a regional supplier and build a business that can generate income, whether you're scooping or not. Because the truth is, in every major industry, the people who win long term are always the ones selling to the customers one by one. It's the ones who's selling and who controls the supply chain, the ones who control the product, the ones who control the distribution. And that's exactly what a water ice distributor is. Right now, there are entire cities, even states, where water ice is still untapped. What that means is that the market is wide open for you. The demand is there. So uh let's see what we got to do so you could be willing to step up and become the plug for them so everybody can get to this premium water ice that we have. So if you're here and you just want to be more than a hustler, if you're tired of only making money when you're physically working, if you want to build something scalable, something structured, something that you could grow into a real operation, then you're in the right classroom right now. Because becoming a distributor isn't about selling cups. It's about building accounts. It's about building relationships. It's about building roots, building repeat orders, and most importantly, building a market in your region where you become the supplier everybody depends on. I'm going to repeat that. The most important thing about this is that you are the supplier that everybody will depend on. And I want you to understand something before we even get started. This is not a theory-based class. This is not motivational talk. This is not social media hype. This is a real blueprint based on real results. The same systems we use to move your product, build demand, and create consistent wholesale income. It's the same thing you're going to do to be a distributor. So by the end of this training, you will know how to set up your state as a water ice market. You will know how to price and position yourself correctly, how to structure delivery routes and operations, how to lock in those customers that order weekly, and how to sell from a few buckets into pallets into real distribution money. So if you take this thing seriously, it can change your entire business. I'm going to say that again. If you take this class seriously, it will change how you do your entire business. So I want you to lock in, take some notes, and think bigger than just selling water ice. Because tonight we're talking about building your territory, building your brand, building your regional business the right way. So let's get into it. Welcome to the
Oh,
distribution lane.
let's go. Good
Ice
job,
Tea.
guys. What's
Take it
going
away,
on?
Water Ice Tea.
Yeah. So I came across. I'm a historian, y'all. So first of all, I gotta say congratulations for y'all coming through here. This class definitely is gonna change your life if you implement what you learn here tonight. I'm a historian, and I came across a quote. I was watching a story. I was watching one of my history channels. I watch a bunch of history stuff on YouTube, and the quote said, "During the gold rush, the people that got rich wasn't the people that was in the mines mining. It was the people selling the pickaxes and the shovels. So basically, when you working and you doing this water ice thing, yeah, selling cups is cool and grinding and getting out there and serving people and being in the sun and doing events. That's cool and all, but you do got to understand that you're trading your money for time, basically. So yeah, you making money, but your time, you're spending a lot of time, and that's what you really you putting that work in, and there's nothing wrong with that. To get started, you got to put that work in. But when you really want to make that money, you make that money quick, easy, and in a hurry, and then you make some more money. You ain't gonna be outside selling cups all day, and that's why we in the class tonight, the distributors class tonight. And I'm gonna give y'all the game that we started almost. This is our second year now. In our first year, we did really good. In 6 months, we wound up making $53,000 in 6 months. And I realized with me being in the South, it's a lot of places that don't got water rights. And you got to take advantage of that. If you're somewhere where it's not water ice right now, this is your gold rush because you got access to product that they don't have out there. All right. So let's get into the class, y'all. Now, before I even get into the breakdown of the money and how much everything costs and everything, I want y'all to understand what a distributor is. A distributor is not just based on how good you sell and how good your logo look and how many flavors you got and how good your cups look or anything like that. A distributor's success is based on volume. How much water ice can you sell? How many buckets can you move? In this class, you're gonna hear a lot about pallets. How many pallets can you move? That's what you really want to hang your hat on with being a distributor. A distributor wins by consistently moving product. 30, 60, 100 buckets, 200 buckets, 500 buckets. How many other buckets you can move in a month? That's how you gonna make your money and make your name being a distributor. Them pilots, baby. Now, for me to give you a brief explanation of the pilots, I tell you, you gotta buy at least 50 buckets to get a pilot. Now, if you buying 50 buckets, that's more for somebody that's breaking down buckets and selling them wholesale. But on a pilot, the same price for 50 buckets they're gonna charge you for shipping is gonna be the same price for 60 buckets. So I always urge people to just get the 60 buckets because you're gonna pay that same shipping fee, whether it's 50 or 60 buckets. So that's what when you talk about a pilot, we're talking about 50 to 60 buckets is one pilot. All right. Now shipping prices vary depending on where you at and your zip code. Now, but I'm gonna just give you some brief ones. LA, California, shipping prices around 900, between 800 and $900. If you in Texas, dollars is between $700 and $800. If you in somewhere like Houston, it's closer to $800. And if you somewhere like, let's just say you in Charlotte could be around $500 to $600. I know Chicago is $600. I'm not gonna give y'all every one because each one got a different price, but there's just some general quotes if you're wondering how much a shipment costs. All right. A distributor is not a vendor. I want you to understand that. You're not a vendor. You're not selling cups at events. Your job isn't to be scooping every day. The distributor is the supplier. It's the person that gets the water ice to the people. You are very important because without you, especially in certain states, they won't get water ice. So you got to take your job seriously. And if you hit your markets correctly, you can make a shit ton of money. Trust me. You'll make a shit ton of money. We made 53K last year. We almost at 30K already, and it's not even March. So you can make the money if you set your systems up and do it correctly. All right. I want y'all to think when y'all in this class, though, I want y'all to think more than just cups. People think about it's funny. I had a comment. I was telling Cuz the other day. God jumped in my comments. You out here teaching people how to sell water rights. All you got to do is scoop it. And I'm sitting here like, that's the problem. People really think that all you got to do is scoop water ice or Italian ice, and it's just people just magically just going 100,000 just magically appears. It don't work like that. It don't work that way. You got to create systems. You got to create. It's so much. We listen. We was up till 12 o'clock last night on a 4-person call last night, game planning for this class alone. And that's just this class. We do so much game planning behind the scenes and working together for us to make this machine run. And the fact that people really think that all we do is scoop water ice is insane to me. But that's what separates the vendors from the distributors. They thinking just scooping. We thinking way more than scooping. All right, y'all. So back to what a distributor is. Distributor is the supplier. He the plug. He gets everybody their water ice. Distributor supplies. If who you aiming for when you being a distributor? You're looking at other food truck operators. You're looking at other vendors, people with food carts. You're looking at catering companies. You're looking at stores, schools, sports, anywhere that'll buy buckets or buy cups in bulk that you could sell a bunch of them at once versus you just selling one cup. We trying to get this water ice off in bulk. That's what the distributor. That's our job as distributors. Retail sell cups. Distribution sells access. They sell volumes. They sell buckets. They sell pallets. That's the difference. All right, y'all. Keep up with me. I'm gonna try to speed through so I can get y'all questions in before the night out. All right. So this is where most people mindset shift when it comes to water ice. Retail money is good. Don't get me wrong. Retail is active income. That's not a bad thing. I'm not shit. I'm not here to shit on retail. But if you don't scoop, you don't get paid with retail. That's what I personally don't like about retail. If I'm not sitting there scooping every day, I'm not making money every day. I'm trying to make money without me having to work. So that's why y'all here. I'm pretty sure y'all got the same issue that I got. You trade time for money when you're in retail and you need customers daily. If you somewhere where there's not a bunch of customers at, you ain't gonna make no money in retail. That's just the reality of it. But distribution is different. Distribution is scalable. Distribution makes money from volume, repeat orders, wholesale accounts, supplying multiple businesses at once. And once you have accounts ordering weekly, your money becomes predictable. You kind of know. You learn your wholesale people. Oh, he do about 10 every week. He do about 20 every week. He do 5 every week. You kind of can almost count on that. Unless something crazy happen, you almost can count on that money weekly, or even if it's not weekly, it's more than likely bi-weekly when you become a distributor. So I'm gonna teach y'all how to set up your market too. Becoming a distributor isn't just selling product. You got to set up your market. I moved to Knoxville because I started out doing retail in Knoxville. But what made me fall in love with Knoxville was I can get to Florida in 6 to 8 hours, and I can get to Michigan in 6 to 8 hours. I'm right next to Atlanta. I can get to Charlotte in 4 hours. I can get to Alabama in 3, 4 hours. It's in the middle of the country. Once I realized that, and realized that all these places needed water ice, I got my thinking cap on. I said, listen, I know I'm selling cups, but these people still need water ice. So in the midst of me selling cups, I was setting up my distribution market. Same thing I'm gonna teach you guys how to do. Look at your state, look at your map. I study the map, y'all. When I'm in the house board, people will tell you I'm looking at my map. I'm seeing what I'm near. I'm seeing how far it take me to get here, how long it take me to get there. That's my market. I'm just building my whole distribution market or places where I'm going to hit at with this water ice that don't got water ice. So y'all do the same thing. Study your state, study your city, find out where you know the product could do good at. Hit your stores, hit your convenience stores, your gas stations. I was talking to my man last night from Nashville. He got like 30 contracts in different cities with the gas stations selling lemonades. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna put you on with the water ice. I'm like, all right, bet, man. I'm listen, it's about to go down, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's about to get crazy. But y'all can do the same thing. Set up your network, y'all. Find out who sell frozen desserts. See who got a lot of foot traffic. Even if they don't sell frozen desserts. In Philly, you got a bunch of smoke shops. These dudes is just hustlers. They sell smoke shop products, but these dudes will sell anything that'll make money. Go in there, look. I got this water ice, man. You can put a freezer in here. You get $3. I get $4 a cup. They gonna jump right on it. They want to make the money. They gonna damn near sell whatever you bringing in. So I'm telling you, you got to think outside the box with this distribution thing. All right, y'all. I'm not going. I'm trying to skip over these paragraphs so we can have and get through this class so we can get to y'all questions. All right, now we're going to talk about the storage and the inventory setup. Contrary to a lot of people's belief, you do not need a warehouse to start as a distributor. I started with one garage. I'm telling you, you don't need a warehouse. All you really need is the freezer space. Now, I'm going to post in the chat the freezers that you need, but I want y'all to write them down. But I'm going to post the ones that I use. 25 cubic foot freezer and a 35 cubic foot freezer. These are the freezers that you want to have when you're distributing. That 25 holds 41 buckets. That 35 holds between 50 to 60 buckets. You're going to need 2 of them to get started because, granted, we think in one pot, But in order to make the numbers work, you really want to get the two pilots. When you get the two pilots, that drop your shipping price and that drops your overall number. Your numbers are very important. Before y'all get your questions in, I'm gonna break the numbers down for y'all. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that as well. But you need that freezer space. 25 cubic foot, 35 cubic foot. All right. You can get freezers from Sam's Club, Facebook Market. You just gotta look around, you find your freezer. Best Buy sell them, they be having freezer deals a lot at Best Buy, honestly. So just look around, you'll find your freezers. Typically they're around 800. I just paid 1,000 for mine, but I'm mad because as soon as I paid 1,000, one of my people that I talked to bought their freezer for 700. They went on sale literally like 3 days after I bought my freezer. I was pissed. So just keep an eye open for them freezers, y'all. So another thing with distributor is you gotta get your delivery game up. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Where my profits got ate up at was my delivery last year. It wasn't on point. I was undercharging people because I just was trying to lock new customers in, and I was doing runs that just didn't make sense. Like if you was buying 20 buckets, I'll come to Charlotte for $100, and that was stupid. No, you still get your delivery money on top of you selling your 20 buckets. Because at the end of the day, if they want 20 buckets and they don't want to pay the delivery fee, they always got the option to come to you. So don't budge on that delivery fee. If you charge $300 to do 200 miles, so I charge by the mile now. We charge $1.50 per mile. If you charging $1.50 per mile and you want $300 to do that run, charge it $300. Don't cut no breaks trying to lock no new people in, because at the end of the day, that's gonna come out of your pocket. And if you do that repeatedly, it's gonna be a lot of money coming out your pocket. All right, y'all. I do delivery days as well. So last year we did weekends. This year, since I'm locking in on distribution more, I'm gonna do weekdays and weekends. But I set my deliveries last year was just Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Those were my delivery days. Order deadline. So when you order from me, I make you pay up front because we still got to make the product and make sure that I got your flavors and everything. So I don't want you trying to put an order in for tomorrow, tonight. No, you got to let me know at least a week or two in advance so I can make sure I got your flavors. And more importantly than just making your flavors got to sit in the freezer for 2 weeks before I get on the road with it, or you're going to mess your product up. So I need at least, I tell them I want at least 2 weeks in advance of your order. Also, I do minimum order quantities. For me to get on the road, you got to get at least 6 buckets. And I'm only doing 6 buckets for up to 100 miles. Once you pass 100 miles, you got to get at least 12 buckets from me. Now, some people, I might let them go for 10. It depends on the person and how I'm feeling and how far I got to come. But it's 6 and 12. And I don't go over 300 miles no more. I cut it off at 300 miles. That's my personal reason for that. Y'all don't got to do it exactly how I do it. I'm just giving y'all example of how I do mine, and y'all can go off of that example. Payment policies. With me, you got to put a deposit down from the gate for your order to even mean anything. You got to put a deposit down. Now, on top of your deposit, depending on if I got to ship it to you or if I'm delivering it to you. If I'm delivering it to you, you just got to pay me by the day. But if I got to ship it to you, your payment has to be 100% paid, and then you get your shipment because I got to pay the shipping company. It's a lot it's a lot of people that got to touch their money, and I'm not coming out my pocket, and you back out and say, "Never mind, I don't want the order." It's not gonna work like that. Until I get your money, your shipment ain't coming out. Now, again, y'all can do y'all run it how y'all want to run y'all. I'm just giving y'all an example of how I run mine. All right. Elliot, is Elliot here?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So this is your part two with the delivery part.
Okay. You said part two?
Yeah.
Ordering deadlines. Okay, so T just pretty much gave y'all the full operational standpoint of how you want to make sure that you get your deliveries done. 2 weeks in advance is a great start because you need time to make sure all the orders will be fulfilled. And when you setting up your routes, so as you get your orders in, you want to make sure that your orders are routed correctly. So don't schedule your North Carolina and your Michigan in the same week, stuff like that. Make sure that if you're going to be having multiple states or multiple cities that are close together, you put all of those in one week or make that one route for yourself so you can save on your gas and you save on your time. And save on your gas and save on your time. Another operational standpoint from that is your if you have to stay overnight, you need to make sure that you don't have to have hotel fees included in everything. The operational standpoint is making sure don't bleed no money while you're doing this. Don't bleed out any money while you're doing this, and make sure that you have all of your travel kits that you need to supply. So we used the travel kits from Restaurant Depot. Haven't failed us once. Whether it's 20 buckets, 40 buckets, 60 buckets, um, double down on your gel packs, double down on your ice. Sometimes we do gel, ice, and if it's a long trip, make sure you go ahead and get you some dry ice. I would say 8 hours, you're gonna probably need to stop. I would say, okay, every time you gas up, stop. Make sure you check your bags, double check, make sure your ice is not melting. Um, don't run your heat as much as you possibly you would because that's gonna affect your shipment when you're delivering it to your customers. It's just like that your car is gonna be turned into an ice cooler in some sense. Um, if you're going, like I say, if you make long hauls, make sure you go ahead and get you some dry ice and set it on there. If when you pack your dry ice, I would pack it in some newspaper or some kind of paper bag. Make sure that dry ice don't melt onto your on your buckets, anything like that. Um, but yeah, distribution. Make sure you get your orders in the sufficient time. Go ahead and make sure you route out your look at your map. Make sure you get proper routes, and make sure you package it properly. You don't want any of your water ice getting melted while you driving on that road making your deliveries.
Thanks, Al. It's crazy. I'm glad you came on because I forgot all about the freezer bags. Now he told y'all about the freezer bags from Restaurant Depot. They sell 6 bucket bags and 20 bucket bags, but they also got them on Amazon. They got them a bunch of places. It's the deep freezer bags. They the bags you see me opening and taking buckets in and out of. Those bags are very important for your transportation. A lot of people, oh, I was gonna rent a reefer. Don't rent a reefer if you got 6 buckets or 12 buckets you delivering. That's a waste of money. It's gonna drive your overhead up, especially if you're only going 2, 3 hours. I was talking to somebody from South Carolina. He was about to order a wholesale order from somebody in Atlanta, and he was about to get a reefer and rent the reefer and rent it and had to bring it back. He was about to spend almost $1,300 on a reefer. I'm like, bro, that's gonna kill your profit. You want to get in 30 buckets, get you 20 bucket bag, two 6 buckets, throw it in there, throw the gel packs that he said throw in there, and save yourself $1,200.
Yeah, say a
Every
whole bunch of
dollar
money.
counts. Every dollar counts. So thanks, Al, for dropping that in there. And Al is that's our OM, and he also does trucking. That's why I wanted him to tell you guys about the deliveries too. But all right, back to the class, y'all. How to get your wholesale customers. This is an important part as well. So, like I said, you want to check other food truck vendors, other push cart vendors, any other vendors that you might know, catering companies, convenience stores. Don't sleep on them convenience stores, gas stations, especially hood gas stations. My man in Nashville told me. He said it's different. Don't think gas stations, think hood gas stations. Hood gas stations is trying to make the money. So hood gas stations, schools, sporting events, festivals, people that you might know that other vendors, if you doing pop-ups and you meeting vendors, let them know, look, I sell water ice too, man. You can get it if you're doing an event. You ain't got to just be out here without no water ice. So that's where you get your customers at. You got to understand, you don't need 100 customers to make money with wholesaling. You can start with a strong 10. Strong 10 customers buying 5 buckets every week or every other week. You got 50 buckets every week or every other week. That's 100 to 200 buckets being sold on top of your other businesses that you got going on. And the best part about this wholesaling money, you ain't got to crack 1 bucket to make your money. I love that. I love that. So you let them know, listen, man, I got some Philly water ice, but I got premium Philly water ice. Taste this. Once they taste it, it's over. They gonna want it, especially once they see you. Listen, what we did in Knoxville was we created a market, and they didn't know what Waterice was. We turned it into a Waterice town. So now that it's a Waterice town, what everybody want to do? They all want to sell Waterice now. Here you go. Don't get scared of it, because you got to understand with customers, it's so many customers, you're not gonna get everybody anyway. So you serving buckets to people, they gonna take it to their people, and these people that you probably was never gonna have anyway. They actually spreading your brand without even realizing it, believe it or not. So don't think about it as competition. My business partner just always thought everybody was competition. There's no competition to you. You are the plug. You can't be Pablo Escobar ain't had no competition. He had people that got rid of his product, that made his product push harder than he ever could do it on his own. That's how you got to look at it. Don't think small, y'all. I need y'all to think big. What that guy say? Think big, bitch. That's my favorite shit. Think big, bitch. Think big, y'all. Don't think small. If you don't price correctly, listen, y'all. Pricing, this part is very important. You got to price correctly. Now, I'm going to tell y'all my sweet spot with these buckets. I try to make at least $8, and that's low. But I try to make at least $8 to $22 when I'm wholesaling. That's what I try to, that's my sweet spot right there. If I can make $8 to $22, I'm okay with it. Then, of course, if I make it 8, you got to be getting a volume. You got to be getting 50, 60, 100 for me to make $8, $8 a bucket. But let's just say you're getting 60 and I'm making $8. That's $480 for just giving you buckets. On top of, I'm probably going to deliver to you and everything. So that $480 plus a $300 delivery fee, that's $780 I make for probably a 2-3 hour ride. I'm cool with that. There's no problems with that, and I'm gonna work a deal with you. But if you're getting 6, I'm trying to get my $22 plus my delivery fee. It might be, remember, I'm only going 100 miles, so that might be an hour and a half. So I'm making my 22 plus 6. That's 132. Plus I might charge you $100. So I made $232 in 1 hour. That's some great money for me. I'm not complaining about that at all. All right, so that's my pricing. Now you got to understand, you in places like Texas, Cali. I talked to somebody in Cali yesterday. They were selling buckets for $100 a bucket. I don't advise that, but I know you can get it because it's not around. You get what I'm saying? If I'm in Cali, a sweet spot for me, price for me, if I'm working in Cali, I'm going to say it's $60, $65. That's my personal sweet spot. You don't got to sell it at that price. If you here and you from Cali, you still can set your number. I told you, I talked to a girl, she said her number at 100 and she was getting it, she said. So do with that as you may. All right, y'all. This is how you got to set your price, though. You got to understand your product costs, your shipping costs, your delivery time, your freezer storage, and that's all going to dictate your profit margin. So when you add all those things up, that's how you come up with the number that you're comfortable with, okay? That's how you do that. So we're going to go to policies and payment protection. I kind of got into this already for y'all. I require deposits. I don't do nothing without a deposit. If you don't give me a deposit, you ain't getting no water. That's just how that's going to work. Now, granted, I'm going to get into the next chapter, talk about, because people might not feel comfortable with giving you that money, and I'm going to explain that in the next chapter. With me, your payment is due before your delivery. That's my policy. It don't got to be your policy. I'm just giving you an example. Yes, you got to have a minimum order with me. I'm not bringing you one bucket. It's not going to happen. If you want one bucket, you can come to me all day long, but I'm not getting on the road for one bucket. Delivery schedule. I suggest that you get a delivery schedule, especially if you got other stuff going on. Get your schedule, because once your people know your schedule, they're going to order around your schedule. Trust me. And late fee policy. Now, I don't personally do a late fee policy, and I probably should, because it has been deliveries where I tell a person, I'm going to meet you here at 4, and these motherfuckers don't show up to 5:30, and I'm hot. So I think this year I am going to implement a late fee policy. But this is, y'all can decide if y'all want to do that on your own or not, but I think it's smart to do it. I ain't going to lie to y'all. Now, branding yourself as the plug. This is the tricky part. It's a lot of people that want to be the plug. I talk to people, I'm a wholesale, I'm going to do this to Water Ice Tea. All right, you're going to do this, but how you going to get your customers, bro? You got to know how to brand yourself. You got to know how to push the product. So branding yourself for me, get you a good flyer, get you a nice flavor menu that people respect, that looks, representable. Your business page. Your business page has to be on point. People gonna come. That's the first thing people gonna look at is your business page. I suggest you do a website. We was on here last night. That was part of the argument we was having last night. Was us upgrading our website. I suggest you get your website on the beam. When people look you up, you got to understand this is the age of the scams. Everything is a scam. Scam likely. I get 100 scam calls an hour, damn near. People trying to scam money out of me. So everybody's leery about giving their money up. So you want to look professional and as legit as possible if you want to be a big distributor. All right, y'all. We got order forms. I suggest you do order forms as well. We actually got when you get to them, they got to sign off and everything, stating that the water ice was in good state when they got it. We don't want no issues with nobody trying to say, "Oh, y'all gave me bad product," or whatever. We don't play that. So we make you sign off on your water ice. We make you look at your product and everything before you take it. All right. We almost done, y'all. We got 2 more parts. Scaling. Remember, I told y'all this word pilots. You heard it a lot tonight. Pilots. Scaling is when you move from 1 pilot to 2 pilots to 5 pilots to 10 pilots. Now I'm gonna tell y'all me personally, I'm trying to do 50 pilots a month. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. That's it sounds like a lot. That's 3,000 buckets. But that's my goal. I'm trying to do 50 pilots a month. Of course, y'all not gonna start at 50 pilots a month. It's gonna take time for y'all to get there. So you're gonna scale from your 1 pilot to your 2 pilots to your 5 pilots. That's the goal, y'all. Let's get these pilots in. You get paid by the pilot when you're a distributor. Don't think your cups, don't think you're getting paid by that pilot. We're moving pilots. All right, y'all. That means more freezers, more accounts, more delivery routes, more weekly order. And I ain't gonna hold you. My man from Nashville motivated the fuck out of me yesterday. He got his whole little fleet. He got his lemonade vans. They got their delivery routes. They out there getting money off that lemonade, man. And that's the thing with being in a group like how we got our school community. You see other vendors that give you motivation. When I see somebody doing their thing, especially somebody that look like me. When I see somebody look like me doing their thing, I don't get angry. I don't get mad. I get motivated. That shit turns me on, man. Makes me want to get to it even more. So yeah, that's it. That's the last part, y'all. And then we're gonna get into the numbers. Then Cuz is gonna give y'all his introduction, and then we're gonna get into y'all questions. We almost done. We almost there, y'all. So I suggest y'all do a 30-day plan. If you on this call still, that means you're really interested in becoming a distributor. So here's your 30-day plan. Your first week, you want it from the rip. The second you call us and say, "Yo, I need to place an order," all right, bang. You need to be ordering your freezers right then and there if you don't have them already. You got to get your freezers. So remember what I told y'all. 25 cubic foot, 35 cubic foot. You're going to need 2 of them. You might get away with 1 to get started. If you can only afford it, go ahead and get your 1 because you only got 1 pilot. All right, do your thing. But Elliot will tell you that you need the freezers. That freezer space is super important. That's your first week. Get your freezer space together and start setting your pricing and your ordering system. Start working on that your first week. Your second week, you want to start building your list of potential customers now. So start scouting the areas that you know that you want to go take your water ice to. We see a couple convenience stores or you see some other mobile food people that you see, oh, he got a little motion. Let me go holler at him and see if he wants some buckets and show him these videos from Water Ice Tea real quick to motivate him real quick to come buy some buckets. Start building your customers up, y'all. That's what you're going to do your second week. Now, your third week, you should have already ordered your pilot. Your shipment should be on its way now, or it's probably there. And when it's there, this is when you need to be understanding your product. You need to be letting people taste the product. Granted, you could go tell people all day long you about to have water ice. People going to want to taste this shit. Once they taste it, it's going to change their whole mindset. Because at the time when you telling them about it, it's just words. Once they taste it, that's how you lock them in. And you're going to work on this. I'm telling you, work on your first 5. Work on your first 5 wholesale. Start with that 5. That was my thing. I was big on my first 5. Get your first 5 customers. That's going to turn you up. After you get your first 5, it's going to make it easier to talk to people. You're going to be more comfortable with wholesaling. That's going to turn your distribution mode on a whole nother level. So focus on that first 5, y'all. And then your delivery schedule week number 4, because you got your product, you got your first 5 now. Week number 4, you need to have your delivery schedule together, and you need to be working on getting your first 5-day orders, and you ready to become. You ready to be a distributor after that. It's nothing else to talk about. So let me leave y'all with this before we get into the numbers real quick. Retail is cool. I'm not shitting on retail. This call is not to shit on retail at all. If you think about doing retail, the great thing about distributing, it don't take up your time. You could distribute and do retail. That's exactly what I do. I do both. You could do both. So I'm not shitting on retail, but you got to understand that distribution is power. Distributors, they don't just sell water ice. We build markets. You got to understand that when you're a distributor, you're not just selling cups, man. You really you set up a whole system that works and don't work on you. So it's deeper than just cups when you're a distributor. If you're ready to be the plug in your city though, and start supplying your region, then this is the call. You came to the right place. You got the information now. Take what I gave y'all and run with it. Add your own game to it though. You don't got to do exactly what I do. Because my mentors gave me their game, and I took what they gave me and I added my game to it, and that's why it's working for me. You need to do the same thing. Congratulations to everybody that showed up tonight, because you could have been anywhere tonight, but you came and got some free game. And that alone says a lot about you. That right there lets me know that you at least ready to start this shit off and turn a different page. So congratulations to you for showing up. I hope y'all have a great night, and man, let's lock in. Now, before I give it to Kyle, I do want to give y'all the 3 different numbers. It's 3 different price points that you can go with when you're getting these pilots, y'all. Number 1, you can wholesale the whole pallet. So I just told y'all, if I'm in Cali, I'm doing $65 a bucket. So let's just say I order a shipment for 60 buckets and it costs me $2,500 to LA. So you do 2,500, you got 60 buckets times 65, that's $3,900 after you sell all 60 buckets. That's a $1,400 profit. I'll take that all day long. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. 1,400 off of 2,500, that's more than a 50% ROI. Give me that, especially if I could do it quick. And the second way you can do this is my personal favorite. Now I didn't start out with this. I started out with number 3, but number 2 is my personal favorite. If I get 60 buckets, I'm gonna do 45 wholesale. 45 times 65 is 29.25. So just off of the 45 buckets, I'm making $425 already. Boom. But remember, that's only 45 buckets. I still got 15 buckets. Now, this is when my retail part come in now. I'm going to take those 15 buckets, and I'm in Cali. I'm getting my 300 to 350 a bucket. Let's just say we're going to go 325. Boom. Let's say 325 in Cali. We're going to go 325. Matter of fact, I'm going to keep it juicy. We're going to go 300. I'm going to keep it bare minimum. 300 times 15 is $4,500. So on top of that 425 I put in my pocket, it's another 4,500 that I just made off of breaking my buckets down. So that's 49.25. That's my personal flip. That's my personal favorite flip. That wholesale 45, make my money back. The 15 buckets, I can slow walk them now. I can order me another pilot, and I'm slow walking my $4,500. I love that right there. Now, how I personally started was option number 3. I got my first pilot, and I broke the whole bitch down. And when you break the whole bitch down at 300, I'm gonna give y'all my numbers because I make 250 a bucket. 250 times 60, I made 15,000 off my first load. If you're in Cali, them numbers is more like 18,000. So you just turned $2,500 into 18,000. That's how I got started. That's what turned me on with this water ice shit. I did not know you was making money like that off of water ice. Whereas though you could turn $2,500 into $15,000, I said, sign me up, baby. Let's go. All right, Kyle, it's on you, bro.
Hey, how y'all doing? It's Luther here from Luther's Lovely Water Ice. First of all, thank y'all for being here, man. Y'all are motivated, and distribution is the route. I love retail. I'm a cup moving guy, but I had to jump into the bucket game. I definitely had to. So I did my first 2 loads. My first load, I did 16 buckets. I grabbed 12 buckets for me, and I did my actual first wholesale delivery. And my next load was 28 buckets. So that's a little bit over a half a pallet. And I actually delivered that pallet. I delivered those buckets to my first few clients. So I have grabbed my first 5 people for wholesale orders. And these people are new people in the water ice business. So not only am I delivering them buckets, but I'm also supplying them with information on how to get their businesses off the ground. So one thing you can do is these people who are buying their first buckets off of you, send them your school link so they can jump in the community and they can have all of us teaching them how to run their water ice business, how to get it off the ground. And I want y'all to know, y'all not in here by yourself. It's 50 plus people in here. It's 200 and almost 40 people in our school community. When you get your new customers for distribution, you bring them into the community. They learn how to move their buckets, how to form their business, and you setting them up to win. So these are guaranteed sales that you're going to get bi-weekly, monthly. And as these people grow, so will your distribution numbers grow. So my first order, I told you I got 16 buckets. 12 buckets were for me, 4 buckets was for a client who grabbed her first 4 buckets. And now she got a logo, she got a menu, and she's distributing cups. For my second order, I had someone order 15 buckets. I had someone order 7 buckets, and I had somebody order 4 buckets. And all these people, this is their first time getting buckets. I talked to these people about scooping. I talked to these people about menu options and choices, cup size. So all the information we always talk about in our school community, you'll be sharing all this information with the people that you are supplying buckets to. So you won't just be giving them these buckets and telling them to be about their way. They will be in your network and in our network. So we'll be showing these people how to move the game, how to do it, and how to win, how to build legacy. So it's a game changer. Distributing is a game changer. So not only are you changing your financial situation, you're changing someone else's financial situation for the better for both of you. Not just you, but for them as well. Because once they start to see good outcome in their lives from a business venture that they took a chance on, when you start to see people win because of the good decisions you make, it's only going to have you both making better decisions. So distribution is the way. Distribution is the way, y'all. This is the way. This is the way. I can't say it any better. Like, this is the way. And for me, I forgot what option it was. It might have been option 3. I'm buying close to a half a pallet now because I'm just starting distribution. When I first got in the game, man, I wasn't telling nobody where nothing was coming from. I was selling my cups, and if you want some water ice, you take this cup. That's not the way, y'all. Spread the love, spread the information, spread people finding another way to feed their family. And when you help other people win, you really win. And that's the truth. Don't hide the information. Spread the information. Help somebody else get on their feet, get off their butt, and show people the hustle. Show people that you can really make a way doing this. And once your first 5 people start making orders, start booking events, they calling you, yeah, man. I know I got 5 buckets last time, but I think I'm gonna jump out and get 15 buckets. I made enough to get my a freezer dedicated just to water ice. Now you really in the game, and you're not in the retail game. You're in the distribution game. Now people looking at you and they want 30 buckets. Your 5 gonna jump to 10. You're gonna be ordering a pallet or 2 pallets a month. It's not going to take long for this type of business to actually take off. Why? Because some of these people are going to go through 6 to 12 buckets very fast. The summer and the spring is coming up. Once the heat hit, you don't sit on buckets. I remember I, I remember when I first started, I went from 2 buckets to 4 buckets to 8 buckets to 16 buckets. Now I'm at 25 to 35 buckets a month just for my business. So adding 25 more, that's a pallet a month for me. 25 buckets for me, 25 buckets for my wholesale distribution clientele. So it's not hard work. Number one, you gotta have your storage right. And for me, I can't hold 50 buckets. But that's when you really talk to your customers that's buying these buckets off you. As soon as I come back with my load, the first thing I'm doing is getting these buckets to my clients so they can put it in their freezer. T hit an excellent point. Never shave the money off of your delivery fees or anything, because that's really where you're gonna make money just starting out in the distribution game. You need to set your price and you need to stand on your price. You helping people win by doing this. Don't cheat yourself to help others win. That is not the way. Stand firm on your price and tell people this is what it is. People are going to make the money. You're going to make the money. We all can win. So definitely buy you a freezer that can hold enough buckets for you to do exactly what you want to do. Oh, I got one more thing. If you haven't bought coolers to CEO, definitely
Get the
cop
book.
your book. I'm
Get
gonna
the
drop
book.
the
Support the
yeah,
cause. So
yeah.
look,
Hey,
I do. Go ahead.
oh,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
one thing, of most of y'all probably have already purchased your book, but to your new clients, you need your new clients to read this book. Why? Because this book is going to help them succeed in being a retailer. So these people that you selling these buckets to, you need them to win. Why? Because you need them to re-up. And if they got the formula, they're going to re-up, because their 6 buckets gonna turn to 12 buckets, it's gonna turn to 24 buckets. That's half a pallet right there. You see what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So once those numbers start to add up, if you got 5 people buying 20 buckets a month, now you ain't looking at just one pallet, you looking at 2-3 pallets a month. Now your
Mm-hmm.
math is starting to math, and now you're making money by not doing retail as much, because you're
Mm-hmm.
doing distribution. So you have a multi-layer business that's going to pay you. You're going to get paid, and you're not going to be scooping 50 buckets. You see what I'm saying? You can be scooping the buckets that you feel comfortable with, and you're going to be supplying other people with the buckets they need to have a business running. So it's a win-win, y'all. It's definitely a win-win. When I first started out, I was shying away from supplying other people with buckets. I'm like, nah, man, they about to get these cups. They don't need to know what this good product. Nah, they need to know. Spread the word, because it's not everywhere. Like, we are at the precipice of a whole new wave of frozen dessert in our nation. Like, this is the forefront. Next year, everybody in this call is going to be a major distributor to their region, and it's a lot of untapped regions. My brother Jeremy in
Ah,
Iowa, man,
Idaho.
Idaho, man, you selling buckets for $100, brother, because ain't nobody in a 700-mile radius with premium water ice. You see what I'm saying? Like, tap into your market, see who got what, and if they ain't got it and you got it, you the man.
And,
But
and I don't want to make y'all raise your number, but he got a point. If you somewhere where they don't got it, that dictates your price as well. Now I don't want to because I want to get into these questions before it get too late, because I ain't trying to cut you off, but
oh no,
I
I'm
do want
good.
to
Go
get to
ahead,
the
go
questions.
ahead.
But real quick before I do that though, Cuz made a solid point. I learned that last year. That's one of the things that I did learn. I learned that if you don't educate the people and you just give them the product, they think like the guy thinks that told me all you got to do is scoop it. And they gonna be in for a rude awakening. They're gonna sit on their product, they're gonna ruin their product, they're gonna waste their time, they're gonna waste their money. You won't have a return customer. So, like Cuz said, get them to buy the books. Get them to join the school community. Get them to look at the videos. You want them to excel because when they excel, you excel. When they get in 20 buckets, who they buying the 20 buckets off of? It's coming back to you. So you want them to win. You don't want them not to win because if they don't win, that's how your distribution business is going to tank. So the second thing I wanted to tell y'all before we get into y'all question, granted, if you close to Philly, you close to Knoxville, you close to me, I'm going to make sure I get you the water ice at a really good price. You don't have to make your own water ice if you're close to me. But if you in places like Texas, Idaho, far places where your shipping fee is killing you, you need to be in that recipe class this Sunday because you need to learn how to make the product. Florida, you need to learn how to make the product because once you learn how to make the product in-house and ship from making your product, that's going to drive your numbers up. It's going to cut your shipping price down and it's going to drive your profit margins up. So if you don't know how to make water ice and you're somewhere far, the end game has to be to make your own water ice. And I'm not even supposed to tell y'all that, but I'm only going to tell y'all that because I ain't no motherfucking hater. I want y'all to win. Y'all light shining is not going to dim my light. And I hate that people think that. Your light shining is never going to dim my light because I'm going to do what the fuck I'm going to do because I'm me, baby. All right, question time. Let's go.
If you have a question, raise your hand. Malone, what's your question?
Okay, so I live all the way in Indiana. Like, is there, I mean, Knoxville, Tennessee is quite some hours. Like, how can I, but like, I understand you saying, hey, become your own distributor, but like that machine is like a pretty penny, ain't it?
Yes, it is. Now they got cheaper machines that you can buy to get started with. We going so when you if you join our class, I really don't want to do no machine questions tonight because I know there's a lot of questions. So if you want to learn about the machines, make sure you get that scoop formula book. We're gonna put it in there. You're gonna learn about the machines. They do got cheaper machines, but we ship to Indiana or we could deliver depending on what part of Indiana you in. So make sure you leave your information with Roz and we can get you the water ice. It don't matter where you at in America, we can get you the water ice. But if you far, you need to be in that scoop class because you need to know these machines that you can buy so you can get your own product. The days of paying $40,000 and $50,000 for a batch freezer is over with. I'm hollering at my man Shamari. I'm hollering at the boy in Nashville. They getting batch freezers from China, good batch freezers from China for $1,000. That's making a lot of water ice. They want you to think that shit costs $50,000 to get you a good batch freezer to get started because that's going to make you say, I don't want to start. They don't want you to start. So don't think like that. Just get started. But
But
if you
how,
want to know more, God.
but how do I keep all this stuff cold? I mean, like, and do I have to like join a commissary kitchen?
So eventually, so me personally, I would say you can join the commissary kitchen, but you don't have to. You get the freezers. What you mean? The deep freezers.
Okay. I just thought maybe I have to find out what the laws here in the United say about that
Find out what
because
the law is there. But so if you distributing in Indiana and you doing the areas around your area, you just distributing buckets. You're not breaking down. And if you breaking cups down and everything like that, that's when you really now. Granted, when you making the product, depending on where you at. So I was watching my man Happy Eyes. I ain't gonna lie. Happy Eyes. I love his interview. He was saying when he first started, he was making it in his garage. He was doing what he had to do to get started to get legal. I'm not telling you to go that route, but if that's what you got to do to go that route, go that route. But if you do want to go and follow the law and make sure they don't run in your house and kick your door in and all that, then go down to your food and safety inspector and let them know. Look, I want to start making. You tell them snow cones. You ain't even got to tell them water ice. Tell them snow cones because when you tell them water ice, they're not even gonna know what you're talking about anyway. So tell them you want to start making snow cones in your house. And what's the law for me to do a snow cone business out of my house? And they'll tell you exactly what you want. They might tell you need to be in a commissary kitchen or something like that. And just find a commissary kitchen. A lot of the commissary kitchens, you don't have to rent monthly. They let you rent hourly. I know the one in Knoxville, they do 2-hour slots and 4-hour slots. And if you got the right machine in 4 hours, you can make a good 40 buckets. If you're doing that every day, you at 160 buckets, and you're not paying that whole overhead of a monthly commissary kitchen because that shit can eat into your profits as well.
Okay. Stacy Mobley, you have a question?
Yes, thank you so much for this. This is a great class. I mentioned I'm just getting started, and I mentioned to a car wash place and a gas station, and they were interested in the water ice. However, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just give them a bucket of water ice, or am I supposed to sell cups to them? I'm a little confused. So when you mentioned that somebody from the gas station had you could do it that way, I was like, that's exactly what one of the gas station owners asked me, but I just didn't know, do I have to teach him how to scoop it, or what is my
So
next step?
Kyle, you
I'm
want to
actually,
answer that?
Yeah. Hey,
yeah, I'm gonna let Kyle answer that because he
I
actually has.
so
Good.
if you are grabbing for wholesale, you don't want to sell gas stations buckets. You want to sell gas stations prepackaged cups.
Mm-hmm.
And all you gotta do is go on Chat GBT, have write you up a contract between you and the gas station, have the gas station sign it. You keep the original copy. You give them a copy of the signed document, and you supply that gas station with cups weekly and bi-weekly, and that's it. You never give them your buckets. You give them prepackaged cups and you give them spoons, and you come collect your money every other Friday.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You welcome, man.
Dominguez, Jose, you got a question?
Yeah, I got a few questions. So I got the pallet coming to California this week or next week. I missed the first half of this class. I just recorded and I could go over it in the school app
Okay,
or something?
we recorded the class, so if you missed the first half, I have your information. When it's ready, I'll send it to you, Jose.
Okay. And then another question. So if I wanted to sit, because I want to sell cups and buckets, right? What do you think I should be selling my buckets and my cups for?
So you and Kylie, Jose, and the thing with this class, Jose, you bought a pilot, bro. You can call me whenever you need any to know anything. You can
Okay.
call my phone, brother. You ain't got to worry about this class. I will give you your own personal class, my brother.
All
But
right.
on another note, on another note, yeah, I'm gonna say your buckets where you at in Kylie. I just said I would do. Oh, you might have missed it. I would go between 60 and 65 in Kylie. Me and you, when we get off of this class, we'll talk about it and we'll come up with a number that you feel comfortable with. That I
75,
think that you'll be able to push.
baby.
All right.
75, man. 75. You in Cali,
I'm
baby.
saying 75, but we're gonna talk, Jose. We're gonna come up with a number.
All
And
right.
then with the cups, we doing $6 smalls and probably $8 mediums and probably $12 larges. But I'm gonna break everything down to you, bro. You ain't gotta worry about that. I got you. We gonna figure your whole game plan out. By the
All right.
time your product come, you gonna have your whole business plan.
All right, for sure. Good
All
looking.
right. No problem.
All right, before I get to the next person, I seen that a couple of people in the chat was saying they came in late. Put your name and your email so we can make sure you get the whole class if you came in late for anything you might have missed. And on that note, Mr. Mendez, you have a question?
Hey, how y'all doing? Yes. So I took a
What's
lot
up?
of notes. This is my first time. I actually DM'd one of y'all on TikTok earlier. So I came from
It was
there. Yeah,
probably
how you doing? So
I'm doing
I
good, bro.
after I take the proper steps, like get in the freezer space, I took a lot of notes and I was like 4 or 5 pages, so I really can't flip through them. But get the freezer space. I'm in Atlanta, so I really didn't hear like a price point for like a pallet for that. Even if I don't start at a pallet, I really didn't hit a pricing point to know how much
So
I.
So we deliver to Atlanta. If you put your order in with me for Atlanta, I if you getting 50, I'm gonna work your number with you. So if you getting a
Right,
pilot, but with you being in Atlanta, you don't got to start with a pilot. I'll
right,
bring you 30, 20, whatever you need.
okay.
So I think what's the Atlanta price, Roz? What's that like a 125 for that delivery?
That's the
Yeah,
delivery fee.
125 for the
Yeah, I
delivery fee.
think Atlanta like
Okay,
125. Yeah.
and how
So
much is it per bucket? I didn't get that part.
So your price, if you don't get a pallet, is 45 per bucket. But
Hmm.
if you getting 30 buckets, we gonna work. Are you in the school community?
No, this is my. I literally just came across everything today.
Sign up for the school community. Become a VIP member. That's the first thing y'all do. Because when y'all do that, y'all gonna get the best numbers being a VIP member.
Okay, do you have a
So
link for that?
we gonna post the
The
link.
link is in the chat.
Yeah.
So if you go
Okay.
in the chat,
Yeah.
you'll see the
Sign
link
up.
to the school
Sign
community.
up, become a school, and more importantly than just getting your discounts, you get access to us. We're in that school community all day long. I'm
Okay.
not on TikTok all day long. So you might hit me up on TikTok. I might not see it for a couple of days. Not
Right.
only as I might not see it for a couple of days, I'm getting 1,000 messages on TikTok. So you might not get seen at all on TikTok.
Right. So it was kind of lucky that I
Yeah,
got.
that's
Yeah.
if I got with you, that was your
Nah,
calling
you
to
for
become a
sure.
distributor tonight.
Right. I told you I was gonna be here.
Yeah, all right, I got you. You here? We here now. So
Right.
you locked in now. Join that school community. You ain't got to worry about getting in touch with nobody. Everybody there, and that's gonna give you your best deals on everything. And the more buckets you get, the lower that price gonna get. Our buckets
Okay.
in Atlanta are $45, but that's if you're getting 6, 10. That's if you're getting something light. If
Mm-hmm.
we talk about making some money, we gonna make some money. I got you.
All right. I'm about to find the link. Appreciate it.
No problem.
GR Laser, you have a question?
Yeah, I'm
Who's
out here in Rhode Island.
keeping today?
What's the I'm a VIP member. What's the delivery prices on like 30 a bucket?
You said for 30 buckets.
Yeah.
So call. I think I know where you were. You Rhode Island Waterice, right?
Nope,
Yes, sir.
that's real. Yeah,
All right,
that's
so
it.
you already talked to
I
Rod.
say that again.
You already talked to Rod.
Yeah, not on the 30 though. This a low number.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna work a price. You a VIP member or you just in the community?
Nah, I'm a VIP member.
Oh,
Got
well,
the
all right,
book.
you good. Listen, we gonna talk. We
I ain't
ain't even gonna
playing.
talk. We ain't even gonna talk on here if you're a member. We ain't talking on here. We gonna talk on the phone. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have personal number.
All right,
And
for sure.
you gonna get VIP love, man. You know
All
VIP
right.
get the the special perks.
Enough said.
All right. VIP members get the numbers. Y'all can call me. Y'all can call Raj. Y'all can call Cal. Y'all can call whoever y'all need to call. We gonna get you
All right.
right.
And yeah, I'm gonna send y'all something too. When I make it, I'll make y'all signs or something. I
All right,
got
I
the
got
sign
you.
business also.
Let's go, man. That's what the community is about, man. We give each other game and we help each other out and we
Network,
offer other.
network.
We network. We network, man.
That's it.
So make sure y'all join that community.
I appreciate y'all.
No problem, brother. I'm gonna rap with you though for sure. We're gonna work
You
that 30 for you.
all right? You already?
Let's go, man. Let's put this water ice up there in Rhode Island. They need it, man.
Yeah, let's get it.
Let's go.
All right.
Right.
All right.
Drippy Scoops, you got a question for us?
Yeah, yeah. Uh, what's up, family? What's up?
Drip.
Um,
Drip that.
hey, my question go for Kyle, right? So, as far as in like the gas stations and everything like that, do they supply their own freezer or like how that work out with the freezers?
So for the gas station I was in, they actually had a freezer that they had like in storage, and I just told them, hey, make sure you deep clean that joint good, and they bought it out. But most gas stations have freezers because most gas stations sell some type of frozen desserts. If it be like popsicles or anything, you would
Right.
just put your product in one of those slots. And I did. I used to check on my product like every 3 days for sure, or
Yeah.
random. If I got the notion, man, let me go check on this product, make sure everything good. So yes, more than likely they will supply the freezer. If they don't though, and you have to buy some type of freezer for the gas station, that drops the number for what the gas station will make. So for my split, I got a $4 my way, $2 towards the gas station split. But
Okay.
that is supply the freezer. I'm gonna give you one more tip. I went to the gas station at least twice a month and hand out free sample cups for 2 hours just to promote the business and to let people know I'm there.
But y'all eating this game up. Okay. Okay,
Eating it
nigga.
up.
Come on, Kyle.
Come
For
on,
real.
baby. Yes. Hey, you gotta know, let the people know you're here. All right, go ahead to the next question. And hey, y'all know if y'all in the school community, y'all can hit us up. Hit us up, y'all. We here for y'all. When I started, I called T every day.
All right, Cash, you have a question?
Yeah, how you guys doing?
What's up, bro?
What's up? So I'm from Cali, so I live like I know the dude that started Happy Ice, but the only thing he don't plug no wholesale or anything like that. So starting off, I live like 30 minutes away from him. So where I live, they never ever heard of Happy Ice. I mean Happy Ice, no water ice, nothing. So starting out, should I start off at scooping or should I just go straight into wholesale?
So if I'm in Cali, and I'm gonna give you how I'm playing if I'm in Cali. I'm glad you said that, bro, because there's a lot of people. Oh, happy ice out here. What the fuck does that mean? Cali big as shit. He not even from there. You gonna let a motherfucker not from there come out there and take all your money? Y'all crazy as hell. But I'm glad you said that. I'm gonna tell you my game plan if I'm out there. Shout out to Happy Ice too. It ain't no shade on him. It's just when people ask me that, I be so confused. But yeah, what I'm doing is I'm starting out with samples. Regardless if I'm gonna do cups and buckets, I'm doing samples. Now, what I understand now, I'm doing both. I'm gonna tell you why I'm doing both. Because while I'm promoting my product, the people I'm wholesaling is promoting my product. And at the end of the day, all that's coming back to me. So I'm selling buckets and I'm selling cups. And the thing that I found out with selling buckets, your name is gonna get way bigger selling buckets because most people don't care about you selling cups unless they kids want a cup. But once people hear that they can make some money, that's when that shit gonna catch fire. I've been promoting my water ice business with water ice and things for 2 years, and I had about 800 followers on Instagram. I started wholesaling, and I'm at damn near 25,000 followers on Instagram. I'm at almost 40,000 followers on TikTok because people ain't pay attention until I told them I can help you make some money too. That's when you catch their attention. So I'm doing both. I'm doing wholesale buckets, and I'm ordering a pallet and I'm breaking my pallet down. I might do 30 buckets wholesale, 30 buckets, uh, cups. But with your cups, you got to get them samples out. You in LA, they don't got your product. Them samples is gonna get you out there.
Okay, makes sense. So do we
You should get rich in Cali though. If you 30 minutes from Happy Ice, you should get rich out there in Cali because you should already know people. You should know how the land work. It's advantages that you're gonna have that he didn't have, and you see that he took off. So if he could take off and you from there, there's no way you can't take off.
so how do I order the pallet? Do I just DM you guys separately or how does that work?
You got your pen with you?
Put your
Yeah.
information in the chat. I need you to put your name, your email, your phone number, and the zip code, so I could contact you back and let you know how much your pallet will be.
Are you in the school community, Cash?
I
Jada?
just found out about you guys like a week ago. So I'm
So
doing this
put
for
your
my kids.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
Let's
it's in the
we are.
it's in I
Everybody in here
check.
almost is on the same time. Like my business is for my two daughters, bro. So I get it. So
Yeah.
what I'm gonna say is put your information in the chat and join that school community, and we gonna get you gonna call. Rod's gonna give you a call, and she gonna help you walk you through your order. And with you
All right,
being in
thanks a
the
lot.
school community, like I said, you got access to me. I'm gonna help you get that shit rolling out, Kylie, because I know what Kylie can do, bro.
All right. What I see, they're asking a question that I think you should answer, especially being that we got people in here from school. What is the ideal temperature for scooping? Even though I'm gonna
15 degrees, between 10 and 15 degrees. That's another thing with the school community. School community, I literally before this class just posted a whole freezer guideline post in the school community. So get in that community, y'all. Y'all ain't gotta worry about these questions if y'all in the school community. I literally just answered that question before I started this class tonight.
all right. Who haven't I heard from that has a question?
Khalib, I don't think we got to Khalib yet.
Talib, you got an updated question for us? Oh, they asked who had the freezer temp gadget.
You can get them off Amazon. They Drippy. Can you post when you got your joint from Drippy?
Yeah, I gotta go back and find it, but it's definitely in the school thing. I don't know if they was looking for my gauges or like I know Cool Cups had a Wi-Fi one that was real cool too. So
Yeah, that he said he got from Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. Because
yeah.
yeah. So look at Amazon. Just
Yeah, Michael Spencer, he had, if you're in the school community, he had put one that he had got from Amazon, and I think it's like between $16 and $20. So I got to get two of them. Yep.
yeah, and it send alerts to your phone and everything when the temperature go too low or too high. Is really like a cool device. We just ordered a couple of them. So yeah, join that community, yo. I'm telling you, that community is. And I wouldn't have knew that if it wasn't for Drippy and Mike. And I've been in the game, and they put me on game. So join that community, yo.
Alicia, you have a question?
Yeah, I have a question. Have y'all ever looked into like spiking them or exoticing them? Like it's legal here, so it's just a question that I have.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We could definitely talk about that, but do your thing.
Yeah, he actually sells spiked water ice. I want to do it the legal way. I want to do like a bar and all that. So I'm being a punk about it right now. I suggest if you got a lane for it, they love spiked water ice. That shit goes crazy. So
Yeah, I have my liquor license, but here the trees are legal, so that's what made me ask. And like I have family members that make the sugar and all that, so I was just asking like, is there ways to, make it that way?
so
Yes,
when
ma'am.
you so when you making it, it's not gonna let you make it. Well, so it's crazy because I'm hearing you can make it. It is the way to do it. Now I'm not gonna lie, I haven't mastered that yet, so I'm not the person to talk to as far as putting it in a machine and making it. Because to my knowledge, alcohol is not gonna let it freeze all the way. But the way Cuz do it, can you explain to her how you do yours, Cuz?
So I would just use tincture instead of it being in like the alcohol bottles. Put the tincture in like the shot glass or little syringes and allow customers to actually put it in themselves. So even with the alcohol, you let your customers put the alcohol in themselves. You just have it for them. I would
Okay.
never sell it pre-mixed. Always
Okay,
allow.
and what about the trees? Could I use that sugar for it?
Uh, I never use sugar. I use tincture, so that's an alcohol base as well. So that's how I use. That's how I did it.
I'm not talking about alcohol, though. I'm talking about like trees, green.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm talking about tinctures, edible tinctures.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. We talking about the same thing. I didn't use the sugar or the butter. I used the tincture.
Okay.
He was saying, I'm talking about green.
Yeah, nah, we know what you talk about, man. I'm a master gardener, so I know all about the earth.
All right, all those people that's not in the VIP class, you got to go from kindergarten to this college level stuff. So you got to get on up in here.
Yeah, listen, man. Y'all got we got any more questions tonight? Y'all heard what my man said though, man. I got to get into the big leagues, man. That VIP is a different. It's listen. It's worth it. It's worth the $20 a month. I tell you that. That's for sure.
Well, we could let someone if in here at school if they want to elaborate on that, what school is like, so people could get an idea who's not in it. Any volunteers?
All
Yeah,
right,
I
so
go.
boom.
Oh, go ahead, Drippy.
All right, so boom. So I maybe started like maybe like a little bit over a month ago. Um when I started out with everything, I was searching YouTube, I was on Google, I was trying to find Like, man, I was trying to find the answers like each and every way, right? And as soon as I got on water, ice, and things, I started chopping up with tea. Um, man, my word has went up. Like, no cap. They answer every single question, especially with that VIP. Like everything that you just wondering, you know what I mean? Like they answer every single thing. Somebody got the answer for you, you know what I mean? And they're here to literally help you with every single thing. Like everything that you probably don't even think about, somebody else in the class is really gonna ask you. Be like, damn, I ain't even think about that. So, you know what I'm saying? It's really knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying? So if nobody else tell you, I'm gonna tell you. All your answers is in that school class. That's straight facts. So I appreciate the class for everything they've been doing. Like from T, from Raj, from Kyle, everybody. Like everybody work as a family for real, for real. So get in the
Look,
class, man. It's the truth.
yeah, for me, I started January 28th, I believe. And I followed them. I followed Kyle, I followed T, and I looked at their product, and I'm familiar with water ice, but all the knowledge I received since I joined this class is remarkable. I mean, they tell you about everything. They literally tell you about freezers, how to cup, how to scale, um, how to deliver, how to get coolers if you want to go coolers and deliver. If you want to just have coolers, starting out, how to dip, how to present the water ice and how to put stripes in it. Just make it look so remarkable. You're not gonna get this information from nobody on the street. So, you might see somebody scooping ice, but they're not going to tell you the whole game like they're going to tell you in this class. So I advise you to spend that little $20 if this is the route you want to go. It'll be well worth it.
Thank y'all, man. Listen, I'm smiling ear to ear. It's crazy, man, because it's like I don't understand why people don't want to get a game out. Like it's not going to stop nothing you got going on. What's meant for you will be meant for you. It's already written for you. Like it's not going to hurt you to help people, man. So listen, I thank y'all, man, and that's I think we got a couple more hands, but we can end it on that. I ain't gonna lie, that was great. We get these questions out. I love
Did
y'all, man. I
anybody
love
else
y'all. I love the community,
have any
man.
more questions before we end? Any last minute questions?
Like, do you guys keep track of like who's part of the community? Like, so if I need to network, within, other people that's in Indiana, you already kind of answered my second question about like I kind of want to do both. I want to distribute and like sell, to teach my kids about entrepreneurism. So,
So,
but wanted
so
to know, is there other people in Indiana I can still like network with?
let me take that question, guys, since I'm new.
Okay.
So in the class, they got a map and you can see where your people at. And then last week we put in the chat of people that's in the group where you located, and you can, when you're in the group, you can text them. I mean, you can send them information. They can send you them. Like Kyle, he did a luncheon, I think yesterday, everybody in his area. So
Yeah.
it's just a big community reaching out and helping each other, because you probably got a lot of people right there around you now, wherever you're located, that's in this class. They may not be on, but once you get in that class, you can just put in there where you're located and somebody answer you back. And any other question that you have on how to get scaled or anything like you need for as your signage, you got people in there to tell you that. And I mean, you can be up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, you can pretty much see who else is on there. But if you put a question in there, they're gonna get right back to you. I trust you. Somebody from the class gonna tell you what you're looking for.
Can I speak real quick? I'm in the community and I'm in Michigan, so I'm not that far from you either.
I love when that happens. That's beautiful.
Hey, this is Bridget. How y'all doing?
Hey, Bridget,
Bridget,
Hello.
what's up?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
can
can
hear
hear
you.
yes,
you.
we can hear you.
Okay, this class was really, really good. Y'all did a really good job as per usual. I had a quick question. So I was asking Roz, oh, look at the deers. Okay, so I was I was asking Roz the other day, which ice packs. So the ice pack link that she sent me has like three different sizes. Is it the medium or is it the large or extra large ice packs I'm getting?
I would
So
get a variety of them just to have a variety different for different storage options. So I would probably get maybe two of each.
and I'm gonna say, depending on the size bag you get, if you get in a smaller bag that holds 6 buckets, you probably can go medium, or you might could even go large. I wouldn't go extra large. But if you get
Okay,
in that 20 bucket bag, I'm gonna go two extra large and probably like two larges. That'll
okay,
get you right. Yeah. But
okay,
you right
cool.
there in Georgia. That's another thing. It depends on how far you traveling. So since we in this class, I want to give y'all this game. If y'all traveling with them bags, the bags last up to now. I've had them for 14 hours because the way I packaged it, I took a 14-hour trip and the ice was still good. But I must
Oh,
tell you, up to 10 hours. So if you're going somewhere 2-3 hours, you good. You don't need a bunch of ice packs. Long as the trick to the bags is if you got a 6 bucket bag, you want to have at least 5 to 6 buckets in the bag. Same thing with the 20 bucket bag. If you got 20 bucket bag, you want to have at least 16 to 20 buckets in the bag because the ice keep each other cold. And once you close it with them extra ice packs, it's almost like a freezer.
okay, okay.
But if you go in
All right.
2-3 hours, you don't even you probably can put 2-3 ice packs in there and close it and go on your way. You'll be cool.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I'm about to get this book, these books y'all got out. Kyle, clap it up. I see you got your book out. I'm about to get these books. Just support, irregardless, just support. This group is the bomb. And everybody here is coachable. That is the main thing and the key to success and becoming millionaires. Be open to new ideas and
Mhm.
be able to pivot. And
Mhm.
everybody in this group definitely has that ability. So, all
Yeah.
right, y'all.
Thank you, Bridget.
Thank
That's
you,
some good game
Bridget.
there, y'all too, man. You got to be open to being able to pivot. Business moves, it shifts, it changes every day, especially with this internet and this AI age. I bet you $1 million 30 years ago, Kmart did not see Walmart coming. Or even if you look at today, nobody seen Amazon coming. Amazon is shutting everything down. Pharmacies is going out of business. I don't. Only pharmacy in Philly open right now is CVS. All the other pharmacies is over with. Amazon, no one's seen that coming, but you got to be able to pivot. You got to understand this business is changing. Even with the books, is education. I honestly don't gotta sell another scoop of water ice, y'all, and I'm gonna be cool because I got the books out there. The books is literally making me money every single day. I'm just selling water ice because it's to the point now. I love the game, and I know it's still, I like making money, so I'm still gonna do. I'm water ice tea. I gotta sell my water ice, but you got to be able to pivot. I realized, like, damn, in the wintertime, it's really not nothing really going on where I'm at. It's cold. So I got to figure something out. All right, let me educate during the wintertime. What made me really come up with the books was you don't got time to physically educate everybody. Here, buy my book, read my book. My book is going to tell you everything I can teach you in this book. It's good as an ebook. It don't cost nothing to make, and you can read it. It's very cost effective. I'm starting out thinking I'm gonna sell 100 ebooks. I'm almost at 800 ebooks, and it's not even the summertime yet. So, cuz I tell you, cuz that almost he's going his way to 200 books. He just dropped his book yesterday. So you got to be able to pivot, y'all. I want y'all not to just think scooping water ice. I'm glad the guy said that, but I'm mad he said it because so many people think that this all it is scooping water ice, and I promise you, it's so much more to it if you open your mind up. I don't know if my man Shamari on here. When you talk to Shamari, somebody like him, he start talking about shit that you wasn't even thinking about with this water ice shit. Like it's like it's man. And one thing too, y'all, if you the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Get around people that that does know other things that you don't know. You don't want to be in a room where you the most knowledgeable with knowing everything. You want to constantly learn. That's all I got for y'all. I ain't gonna talk y'all to death tonight. I was told I'd be talking y'all to death. I ain't gonna talk y'all to death.
All right. So, do we have any last questions before we close out? Any last questions before I let Kyle take us up out of here? Go
Hi, I
ahead.
do. My name is Markina.
Hi, Markina. What's your
So I did miss it. I see y'all posted the link. I'm gonna look at that later. So if you don't have like the machines, I did see that someone said something about like pallets or something that you guys maybe do like deliver or like ship pallets. Do you guys ship to Wisconsin?
Yeah, we shipped to
yes?
Wisconsin.
Okay.
I need you to put your name, your number, your email, your zip code in the chat, and I will get back in touch with you. My name is Rosalind.
Now
And
let me
join
tell
our
you.
Okay.
school community too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let me tell you about Wisconsin. I don't know what part, but I just moved to Georgia about 2 years ago from Milwaukee.
That's where I'm
So
from.
I know they got a spot in Milwaukee, but people in Milwaukee don't know about this. So you gonna be in a great. Now, the only thing you got to deal with is the cold. But if you start selling them buckets, you're gonna do great in Milwaukee.
Okay.
Yep, yep, you're gonna do real good because you already know they got a lot of festivals in Milwaukee, especially coming up.
Yep.
You got Oktoberfest and Summerfest, and you
Yep.
get down there by the lake and just stand up there and sell scoops if you have to. But you'll do good in Wisconsin.
Okay.
Okay, I have one more question if you don't mind. Okay, so like, how do I get like I understand offering samples and stuff, but don't I have to like get clearance to like be out here on these streets and just selling water ice?
So yes, you do got to get clearance to set up and sell. Now, what we did before we got our paperwork and everything together, we did start out catering and doing deliveries. Doing deliveries and catering, they not gonna mess with you doing that. But if you just outside and you set up and you got your stand and everything like that, yes, you got to reach out to your food and safety inspector. I'm glad you asked that question though. That question is exactly why we're making this next ebook. The next ebook is teaching you all the different permits, the insurances, everything you need, all your different requirements, everything you're gonna need to operate. That's what our next book is exactly about. But yes, the long story short, if you're gonna set up with a cart, you need to reach out to your food and safety inspector and find out the requirements for you to do so.
Yeah. And T, let me just tell a young lady that's from Wisconsin, because I pretty much know about how they operate. You got to make sure you take your serve safe class, so you might as well start doing that. Then you're gonna need a commissary. Now my commissary is on Eddie, the one I used to use, and she was real nice and she was real cheap. Is on 87th and Tower. And then you go down to the Department of Public Health and get all your
Okay.
paperwork. And when they come up on you, wherever you set up at, you show them your paperwork. You won't have no problem. Make sure you have your temperature and your coolers and all that kind of stuff. And you won't have no problem with them.
Okay. I'm serve safe certified already.
All right.
Yeah, let's
You're on
go.
your way.
Look, that's my man right there too. We're gonna let him do his own class. He give out the game every
Yeah, you
class.
do. You have a lot of
He
info.
already had the commissary in line, 87th Street. Oh,
Yep, yep, yep. I
let's
don't mind. I
go.
don't mind sharing the wealth.
Listen, man, that's what this community about, man. I love it, man. Oh my God, that's lit right there. All right, y'all. On that note, man, listen,
All right,
man. Go
Kyle,
ahead,
you
Rod.
want to
Take us
take us
home.
out? Take us home, Kyle.
All right, y'all. Hey, thank y'all for joining this class. Thank y'all for being a part of Waterice Express and the Frozen Fortune Society. We family here, man. The DMV had their meetup today. We're gonna try to do one meetup every month. It was excellent. Connect with the people in your area. Build, be interactive on the school community. When we get to the higher levels, we'll be able to message each other actually personally. So all the features on the app we aren't even privy to because we gotta get our engagement up. So get your engagement up, like things, read things in your free time, read, learn, comment, interact, and engage. And we're gonna close this out by stay frozen. Miss Tiffany, I'm emailing you your book right now. She just bought the book.
Let's
The book is
go.
en route.
And
We outside.
I do want to add to that, Kyle. If you somewhere like my man Jeremy, and you might not have nobody to network with, then you do what we did, baby. Build your own network. Make your own network out there. That's what you do. If you somewhere and there's no network, you create your own network. That's how this thing gonna flourish.
Yeah. Well, y'all stay frozen. Hey, and get on that school app, y'all. I see y'all there. I be up in the middle of the night posting, man.
Everybody have a great night, man. Congratulations on joining us. Let's get to it this year. It's almost go time. We got about 2-3 more weeks and it's over. It's up.
Yep.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Good night. Thank
Let's
you all
get
for
it.
coming.
Good night, everybody.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good night.
Appreciate
Good
that, fam.
night. God bless everybody. Good night.
Good night and